What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Chance Bishop Show for episode 65 of our Madden 24 Philadelphia Eagles franchise mode here on the channel. The Eagles, last week they had themselves a award winner, the Week 9 Player of the Week for offense, Arch Manning. Good for good old young Archie. But here we go. We're taking on the New Orleans Saints here in week number 10. 7-1 Eagles taking on the 3-6 New Orleans Saints. We are down here in New Orleans. Drake May is their starting quarterback here, the former North Carolina QB. Halfback DeAndre Wright. Alvin Kamara is running back 2. Okay. They got Paul Quick at fullback. Receivers, they have Olave. They have Tyler Lockett, Laviska Shenault, Dante Thornton, Arian Smith, and Juwan Johnson, the tight end. Speaking of Juwan Johnson, he's their tight end number 1. Trotman is their 2. Staley is at left tackle. They have Christensen at left guard. We have McCoy at center here, 85 overall. Hernandez is their right guard. And right tackle is going to be Ryan Ramczyk. So, pretty formidable offensive line. They have Joseph Day at left end and Carl Granderson at right end. Tackles are Brady Breezy, Jaron Reed, and Jalen Sullivan are going to be their 1-3 D tackles. Devin Jackson, outside linebacker. They have Bentley and Deloach in the middle, and then West Weeks on the right outside of the linebacker core. They got Marshawn Lattimore, Paulson Adbayo, Eric Stokes, Benford, and Damani Jackson at corner. Sanders at free safety, and Marcus May at strong safety, rounding out their defensive core. We have Chad Ryland and Braden Mann, former Eagle, there for their special teams unit. Good old Braden Mann, the punter before we had Stonehouse. Pete Werner is going to be out for the next 2 weeks with a broken finger. He's going to be their main outside linebacker on the right side. It's a shame that we're not going to face their best linebacker, but hey man, any benefit we can get will help the Eagles. They are a passing first team. You can tell there they are bottom 20 here in rushing attack. They're the third best passing team. Those take away that short pass right there from Drake May. Hopefully that can help slow down this Saints offense. Now, defensively, well, they are the 11th best defense against the rush, but they are bottom 30 against the pass. So we'll take on Marcus Lattimore, and hopefully, hopefully we're gonna do something we could do something here, back-to-back MVP weeks there for Manning maybe. Now, offensively, all right, no one's hurt, at least from the receiving core or the quarterbacks. Offensive line, next big get through. Can we have everyone nice and healthy? And we can. Awesome right there. You love to see that right there. Love to see that. We're getting things done. Defensively, Clowney, Reddick, Ellis, they're all good. Nolan Smith, sweet. Love to see that right there. Our linebacking core is doing well as well. And our secondary is a no-fly zone. Everyone is nice, happy, and healthy. Bunch of upgrades this week. Travis Hunter. Good old Travis Hunter right there. Gets himself an upgrade. Upgrade that man-to-man, making him an 88 overall. 90 with the +2 morale. You'll love to see that right there from Mr. Travis Hunter. Former Colorado guy. Dion's loving him with the Eagles. Nolan Smith gets an upgrade as well. He's been a little slow. But since moving him to that defensive end position, he has really started producing a lot more than was the outside linebacker. Dez Ricks here, former first-round draft pick, rookie this season. Out here to fill out this cornerback room. He is a 78 overall, +1 of that morale, gets him a 79 overall. Not too shabby for our corner 2, 3. Blake Cashman, outside linebacker here. One of these linebackers for hire we gotta pick up every season, just to kind of fill out some injuries. Michael Juergens, all right, Michael, backup offensive lineman. You like to see that right there from Mike. We like Mike here in Philadelphia. And hey, he's getting things done, honestly. He steps up big time when we need him. Thomas Booker, here we go. Depth D tackle. Nothing to write home about with Mr. Booker here. He gets the job done. Put him in that, goal line stance. Steven Nelson, middle linebacker, depth. White linebacker. Just don't give us a white corner, we're good to go, right? We haven't gotten Cooper DeJean here because he's with the Jets, and I don't think we're going to trade for Cooper, probably. Avery Chamberlain, 64 overall. Again, just another one of those D tackles we have. Nice little depth guy to have. JoJo Daman, Not too bad right there. 65 overall for a depth linebacker. He's better at the pass coverage right there. So he's not the worst. 65 overall. Not bad for, honestly, just a depth piece. But here at Caesar's Palace Casino, not actually Caesar's Palace Casino, you know what I mean. But DeAndre Swift, take a look at him on the season. 5 touchdowns, 943 yards. Looking to cross that 1,000 mark this game. Now here we go. We have the Saints of New Orleans. Well, sure, they had Drew Brees, who was their long-time franchise QB. He came in here. He did a lot of things well with the New Orleans Saints. And, hey, he did a lot of things that a lot of the Saints fans honestly will never forget. You know, he brought a Super Bowl down here, especially right after Katrina. He also was part of a Bounty Gate team, which we're not going to talk about because that is just a dark spot here on the Saints, on the Saints' legacy. You hate to see that for New Orleans, but here we go. This game is getting ready to get underway. Both teams are preparing. May is getting ready to hype up his team, get that offense going, and they are ready to receive the opening kickoff here in this one. And out comes Drake May here for the first drive of the game for the New Orleans Saints. Going to take a look at his stats on the season. 2,300 yards, 19 touchdowns, 11 interceptions for Drake May during the 2026 season. Not too shabby for the young fellow. 1st and 10 here. May throwing over the middle. That one's going to be caught right there. Big catch up the middle. And May, it's going to be a 12-yard reception there for Chris Olave, the former first-round receiver. 3rd and 6 now. Come on, Jalen Carter. I mean, one-on-one coverage there. Doesn't matter. Olave again. Now he gets the 3rd down conversion. He moves that ball down at the Eagles' 40-yard line now. Now here we go. 3rd and 10. Bend, don't break defense. Hold him to the field goal. Sack him maybe. Do something here. Big sack right there. Multiple Eagles. That's Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter taking down Drake May here. Makes it a 4th and 18. That's going to set up a very long field goal. And it was missed by Chad Ryland. So Ryland there with the field goal miss. You hate to see that if you're a New Orleans Saints fan. But out comes Arch Manning here and the Philadelphia Eagles following the Ryland miss. So since we kind of super sim that one, we don't get an intro here for Mr. Manning, unfortunately. But here we go. We have Goddard and Dallas Goddard. There you go. He gets the 1st down catch. Nice little 15-yard catch and run for the former South Dakota tight end. Now here we go. 1st and 10 following the 1st down catch. Airing that one out again. That one, A.J. Brown in stride, and Brown takes this down all the way to the 7. Needs 3 Saints defensive backs to take him down. He is not a man that goes down easy here, especially when you get him with a full head of steam. So now 1st and goal from the 7. Arch Manning drops back. Manning steps up. He's going to run with this one up the middle, and Archie Manning takes it in himself. A rushing touchdown here. Pretty sure it's the 1st of the season for Arch Manning. So there you go, Archie Manning. 1st of the season, possibly 1st of his career, actually, for the rushing touchdowns. Not sure we have many rushing touchdowns with Mr. Manning there. 3rd and 7, big breakup there by Jeremiah Trotter. Really laid out the lumber on that one. So big hit for the Clemson linebacker. Now 1st and 10 here for the Eagles following the 3 and out. Now it's going to be a big hole there for DeAndre Swift. Swift cuts to the out inside. And there's a safety help right there to bring him down. 23 yards on that run. And hey, he's only like 40 yards away from 1,000 yards on the season. 1st and 10, here we go. Manning drops back. Manning out of the pocket. There you go. That's going to be Smith in stride. Smith jukes to the inside. Smith into the end zone. That's a touchdown there. Devontae Smith, the Slim Reaper, makes a man miss and puts 7 on the board. 1st and 10 here for May following the touchdown drive. May scrambling. May taken down the backfield by former Georgia linebacker Nolan Smith. So Smith on the sack. 3rd of the game for the Eagles defense. Now we're at the 2-minute. Now less than a minute, about a minute left here. And the cornerback blitz gets home here on this. Yep, that slot corner there on the cornerback blitz. You love to see that. 4th and 26 sets up the punt. 1st and 10, find the punt. We have 30 seconds left here in this first half. And off to Will Shipley. Shipley down the sideline. The Clemson running back gets into the end zone. 1 carry there for Will Shipley. And 7 more go on the board here for the Eagles. That's how you cap off the end of a half here. Big touchdown makes this 21-0. going into the second half. But, hey, you're going to get another chance here for some offense. That's going to be a sack there with seconds left here in the first quarter. You love to see that one right there. Drake May slow to get up, honestly, after that one. 3rd and 27. Here you go. Come on. Force a safety. Do something. May scrambling. May steps up, fires. He was hit as he was throwing that one, but they complete that one somehow. A massive pickup right there for Drake May and the New Orleans Saints. That's going to be Thornton on the catch. 3rd and 2 from the 22 now. Come on, we got to do something here. Can't let them get any points on the board. Handoff to Kamara, and hey, he's going to get stopped in the backfield there. No gain, if not a loss on that one. Winfield with the tackle. So they do get 3 on the board. 5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Here we go. Airs that one out. That one's A.J. Brown, and Brown taken down from behind. A.J. Brown down at the New Orleans 28. Now at their 25. Here we go. Manning. He's got receiver in stride. That's Devontae Smith. Smith sneaking down the sideline there. Almost gets past the tackler there of Jackson, but couldn't quite get to the down to the end zone. 1st and goal here from the 6. Will Shipley. He gets in the end zone right there. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. A big 1st down there and a touchdown for the Eagles. Up 28-0 here as we are still in the first half of this game. 2.5 left in this first half, and Philadelphia looking like they're about to run away with this one. May throwing on the run. That one's picked off. Keely Ringo has a sack, now has an interception. He could have a pick 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 touchdown. Pick 6 there, Keely Ringo. And the Eagles go up 35-3 here in this one, thanks to the defensive touchdown by the former Georgia corner, Keely Ringo. Now going into the second half here, we're gonna focus on running the ball. Will Shipley is the bell cow back after DeAndre Swift has gone down with an injury, so you hate to see that there. But now with Shipley as the bell cow back, we're gonna see what he can do. Now kicking off here to open up the second half of this one, we have Britton Covey back here to return it. Covey from the 1 takes us up the field. He turns on the Jets. He has a hole. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 15, the 10. He's showboating here as he has himself a kickoff return for the touchdown to open up the second half of this one. And Philadelphia adding insult to injury here for New Orleans as the special teams unit celebrates with this one. 3rd and 12 now. Here we go. That's going to be a big sack there for Hassan Reddick. So Hassan, the former Philly native, you love to see that there for the old fella. 2nd and 6 now. Here we go. Handoff to Swift. I was lying. Swift didn't have an injury. We were just using Will Shipley for some reason. So Swift has himself a 1st down, and we're going to keep this drive going. 1st and goal now from the 9. Come on, who's going to get the handoff here? That's going to be, of all people, Ezekiel Elliott. So Ezekiel Elliott there on that one. That's a big touchdown there for the former Dallas Cowboy and New England Patriot. But Zeke, adding to his historic career, he's looking for his 1st ring. That's why he came to Philadelphia. 3rd and 8 now. Here you go, May. Oh, he's going to get sandwiched right there by some defensive ends. Nolan Smith and Hassan Reddick get involved on that one. May clearly not happy with his offensive line. Now comes the punting unit here. Man punts this one away, and Britton Covey's back to return it. Covey, the dangerous returner, returns this one up. He's going to kick to the outside of the left. He has 1, 2 men to beat. Man to beat, and man misses on the dive. Covey, the 5, and a punt return for the touchdown, Britton Covey. So Covey with the kickoff return from the 1, and now the punt return here. Britton Covey has scored more touchdowns than the New Orleans Saints have this entire game. 56-3 the score now. Philadelphia, come on, they're already dead. Just stop. Just 3 and out the next couple times. Kill as much clock as possible. There's no need to score any more points. You know what we should do? We should run up Stonehouse's stats. Let's run up Stonehouse's stats, honestly. Just have him punt a bunch of punts from shallow. That's what we gotta do. It's the chivalrous thing to do. But unfortunately, Nick Sirianni's a savage. We don't do chivalrous here. 4th and 11, they're gonna punt it Philadelphia's going to get the ball back here, and there you go. 2nd and 2 now. Manning, he's going to be firing that one. Sideline. Smith, going to be taken down at the 7, and Wyatt Teller has an injury. Yeah, hate to see that one right there. 1st and goal. Come on, following the Teller injury. Caught by Goddard and Dallas. There you go. That's a big touchdown there for Dallas Goddard. He's going to celebrate with the offense there. Shipley out there again. A.J. Brown. You know, the amount of times Will Shipley's out in this field, you could have sworn DeAndre Swift was hurt, but apparently we're just using a lot of 3rd down running back plays. All right. So big sack there. Drake May goes down. Jalen Carter gets credited with that one. His 2nd of the game from that D-tackle position. Jalen Carter, an absolute unit there in that offensive line. About 9.5 left here in the 4th quarter. It's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Eagles. And hand off to Swift. Swift, he's got room to run. Oh, Swift, what are you doing there? He's killing the clock. There you go. DeAndre Swift mocking the Saints defense here. You know, he's getting 1st downs, and then he's just letting them tackle him. So doing that, milking about 5 minutes off the clock. It's going to end in another touchdown here for the Eagles. Nick Sirianni able to eventually kill the rest of the clock off. The Saints honestly had no chance. They had 0 chance to win this one. A real unfortunate loss here for the New Orleans Saints. 70-3 is the final score here. I mean, that's for all the times the Saints have embarrassed the Eagles anytime, anywhere. You know, like when Jimmy Graham torched that Nick Foles-led Eagles team. That's revenge for that game, apparently. 3 touchdowns, 220 for Manning, 127 yards for DeAndre Swift, 88 for Shipley, 2 touchdowns. Manning had a rushing touchdown. Elliott had a rushing touchdown. 88 yards from Devontae Smith, 84 from A.J. Brown, and Goddard had 48 yards. Sacks, we had no sacks allowed. Teller did pick up an injury, which is unfortunate. 21 pancakes from Mulata. Jeez Louise. Mulata's out there like a line chef. 9 tackles for Nolan Smith. 8 TFLs for Nolan. 4.5 led the team for sacks. 2 from Hassan. 2 from Jalen Carter. 1.5 there from Keely Ringo. So good old Keely Ringo. 1 pick from Keely Ringo, which did lead to a pick 6. Elliott, 10 for 10 on extra points. Yeah, that's how you cement yourself as being a GOAT. Yeah, no punch from Stonehouse. Covey, 2 kick returns, 127 yards with 1 touchdown. Punt returns, 6 for 110 with a touchdown. That's what you do. Special teams unit monster Britton Covey back there, just returning touchdowns like it's nobody's business. Now, here we go. Wyatt Teller does get an injury right there. 5 weeks, he's going to be out with a foot fracture. That is going to be brutal right there. You hate to see that, you really do. But it just seems like Wyatt's tenure here has just honestly been plagued with injuries. That he plays great when he's here, but once he plays a couple of games, he's out for an extended period of time, if not twice a season. But next week, taking on the Houston Texans, C.J. Stroud's coming to Philly. Let's see if he can handle the link, because most young QBs, they can't handle the pressure down.